As we're live, I'll give it a little bit. Turn the iPad on. I've learned I'd always say iPod. There we go. All right. So this is the example of the shirt that did the other night. It started with baby blue, and I did a double fan fold, and then after it was all folded up, I rippled it. I fan folded that whole thing, put sinew around it, and put it in my stock pot, like I would cook spaghetti sauce in or whatnot. Put my ice over top of it. I pretty much filled it to the top, pretty close to the top. Added my dye, probably medium-handed, and and this is the results that I would get when I would do that. So it was leaving white in the shirt, and I was down at hey, hey, Kathy. Nice to see you. Lisa, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. So, I'm always, I've always not really cared for white and white in a shirt. Not so much if it's uniform throughout the shirt, but sorry, I had to burp. But if there was just one white line right here, and then all of it was had good saturation everywhere else, that would drive me crazy. I would not like that. So when I was down at Michael's, they have different colored shirts, orange, yellow, blue, red. So I bought some different, I got baby blue and yellow, and I wanted to see if the yellow would stay yellow sitting in the muck for that long. And my favorite, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers and um, uh, and we this house, we follow Columbus Crew MLS soccer, Major League Soccer, and they're black and gold, black and yellow. And I wanted to see if I could keep the yellow in the shirt. And this is what we did the other night. So I was able to keep the yellow, and it's just it to me, I think it's quite amazing. I should have took a picture. I thought about taking a picture of the muck and printing it out just to show you because I don't want to go live just to show you muck water, you know what I mean? But by the looks of it, the top of it was what was sticking out was probably there's a little mark right here. See that? I don't know if that's where the top of my muck water was. No clue, but my shirt was only sticking out probably about that much. So, I mean, a lot, most of it was underwater. And I just think that it's amazing that it could sit underneath that water and the muck like that and stay yellow. I totally thought this shirt was going to be green with the black and maybe some blue coming out of the black, but it stayed pretty bright. Mindy, thanks. Yeah, no doubt. Hi, Rosie. Vonda. This isn't brush steel. I looked this morning. Let me look at my jar. I can tell you that this is better black. It's Dharma color. I had to look at my jar because I do have I went back and looked at my video just a little bit ago, and I saw this label, and so I knew it was Better Black. It's not a special order black or anything like that. I think you can still get it, you know. But yeah, that's what this was. Didn't split a whole bunch. I figured that, usually black split pretty darn good. All the components that make black, which is about every color, will come out in black. And most of almost every time that I do use it, it splits. Now there are some splits right here and some splits down here. I see some color shining through, and it's not the yellow coming through either. I can see like, yeah, almost looks like yellow and red, yellow, orange, or orange and yeah, orange and red. Sorry, golly. And then up here, it's about the same. There's orange and red, and up, yeah, up here. So very little splitting. It's kind of weird, but uh, there is no incline. The only incline was the up and down of rippling the shirt after it was folded. So that's the only incline would be the mountain tops and the valleys. That would be it. So pretty cool experiment. Now I know that I could make these all day for like Pittsburgh Steeler friends um and people that I know that like the Columbus Crew, people that have high school colors that are black and yellow, and not just black and yellow, but I feel like I could do this with pretty much any other color. Now, I'm curious how the black would be, but uh, thanks, Rhonda, very much. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out almost exactly like the other one, uh, design wise, which, they're both largest. Is this what yeah, they're both larges, and I always with my larges, I go, 2 every 2 1/4 inches with my Sanu, so it would fall in the same place, and I got the same design, so I like it. Looks pretty cool. I'll keep it for myself. I'll wear it to I'll wear it to games and on game night and stuff, when I don't wanna wear a 'cause I have a bunch of jerseys and stuff that I wear when I go to games or, um, on game night. So, yeah, I'll just, I like this up here. What's the back? Let's look at the back. The top up here looks pretty cool. I like that. I like the threads yellow. It stayed yellow. So that kinda helped with my theme, it wasn't a white thread. Wasn't black, gold, and white thread. So that's kinda cool. I don't know, like my baby blue shirt, this is so close to white now. I mean, you see how the gold stayed in it or the yellow and the blue, it is blue thread. It is definitely blue thread. So that's kind of cool. It kind of stays with the thing. Here was the back of that. This was I think the same color. Yeah, it was better black too. Yep. And on the blue shirt, it turned kind of greenish. It's almost like an olive or like a good camouflage color. But that's why I thought maybe my shirt would turn green. just because of the yellow. You know, yellow and blue makes green, but I like it. I'll wear it, and, you never know. So I know I could do this with, like, orange and black. I don't know about other colors. I'd have to try, if somebody wanted, uh, orange and green, could I keep it orange and green, use green on an orange shirt or vice versa. I don't see doing orange on green, but it's hard to say. Worth trying, but I have some other things, that I wanna try, so we'll do that sometime here real soon. I've been enjoying going live and doing some work and doing some experiments, and I really do wanna try some experiments with, wet ice versus, like, really cold ice because I get completely different results with I take if I was if I would have done this shirt with really wet ice, I don't know if the results would have been dramatic, but I feel like it would be different. If I do dye over ice, I was just telling, my friend Karen that's here, I did a shirt and it was dye over ice. It was Mindbender X on the top, the first round. I did Mindbender X all over the dye, and it was a rolled shirt that's bent. And I tried to go kind of light. I tried to just go halfway through the shirt, and then the next day I flipped it and used dusty purple Pro Chem, and it hit a little harder than the Mindbender did. So the Mindbender, it kind of left it really pastel, like it almost looked washed out a little bit. So I'm trying to do. I refolded it today, put it inside of ash, spun it out, refolded it. It's just to see what would happen, but I used Alchemist instead of Mindbender. So kind of double on it. So, but I want to continue doing some of these, and that was with wet ice. That was my point, and I used wet ice. That came right out of my ice maker. So I got completely different results, and it's really mottled looking, like really, it's kind of more marbleized. So I want to do some experiments with just ice experiments, because I store my ice in my deep freezer. When I did this shirt, it was in my deep freezer for 4 days probably. So it was really frozen ice. Almost sounded like glass, pouring it on and stuff. So, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. This is really cool. I'm glad I did this, and I'm going to try with some different colors too, like some school colors or something around here. Let's see if I can't do some and actually keep the colors in it. You know, keep the same color. So this is a way that you could do it. I don't know. I mean, I could think of some other ways of leaving the color in the shirt. I mean, scrunch would be cool. You could you could center the shirt and do sleeve inside a sleeve and scrunch it and just kind of spot your different colors, and you'd leave some yellow in it, you know. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'm really glad. I'm pretty stoked with the results. I'm definitely not bummed. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. Have a great night. And if you go out, be safe. Call an Uber, call your mom, call a friend, call someone, and do the responsible thing. All right. So I love you. I appreciate you. And thanks so much for tuning in. And we'll definitely keep it going and try some different stuff. All right. So thanks a lot and have a great night. Peace out.